It's clearly a result that you needed to get.
We came out a little flat defensively. Our offensive execution throughout the game was really good. We missed shots early, but we executed well. I thought we moved the ball well. I thought our organization was really good. And then, we went to the zone early in the second quarter. Really just disrupted the rhythm for them. They hit an early three in the zone. We stuck with it. Our guys just continued to play it, and I thought that brought our level of communication up. And we were able to get some stops, kind of get back into the flow of the game a little bit with getting stops and then playing after a miss and not after a make. And then, DK just being a pro, second night of a back-to-back, gave us a huge lift in that first half. I thought Jackson defensively on the glass was big with 11 defensive rebounds. And obviously Luka, AR, and Bron. Just a lot of that three-man stuff was so good. We got great stuff out of a bunch of three-man actions with them.
What do you make out of Austin, not just these last two, but kind of late, and then specifically in these last two, it's 15 made threes. Just seems like the rhythm is really there on the offensive side. Where do you go first when you think about Austin?
I think he's just playing with a very, very high level of confidence right now. And I think the freedom that he's played with for most of the season, if not all of the season, has just allowed him room to grow. And I think, he continues to develop patience for when things aren't happening early for him, just knowing that, he's going to end up with 15 to 20 shots. That's just the way our team is structured. And, I thought last night was a great example of that offensively for him, and he was terrific tonight.
Yeah. JJ, I think it was before the game yesterday, we asked you kind of about the three-man data for LeBron, Austin, and...
Oh, I got all of it today. Max has been working on it for 2 weeks. Some really enlightening stuff.
What were you enlightened by? Anything you'd like to share?
No, but I will be sharing it with certain people.
The first quarter, obviously, tonight with Luka struggling, like the numbers were what they were. The third quarter, again, kind of a slow start. But in the fourth quarter, it really seemed like those three really connected on a bunch of different stuff. And the numbers actually recently have been trending this week pretty positive for those three groups.
I'll share it with you. When they're on the court together, we're at the equivalent of the number 7 offense in the league. So, yeah, the offense has not been the problem. The Ram 3, we got LeBron, a deep paint catch. He ends up scoring at the rim. We go back to it the next play. They try to overplay it. He gets the back cut for the layup. We go back to it the next play. First option's not there. Second option's not there. We get to the third option. Jackson gets a dunk. Like, that's how you have to walk a game down. Up 9, 5, 6 minutes to go. Just methodical, exhausting everything. Everything is live.
And those guys have only, I think, played 17 games now together. It's not a lot of basketball. When you saw the data, how much room is there, do you think, for that group to grow between now and whenever the season ends?
There's a lot of room to grow. There's a lot of room to grow. Particularly just with, I think, understanding what works for us. That's the biggest thing, what works for us.
Kind of look like you, Geeter, flying through there and dunking like that.
Yeah, the Nerf hoop at home back in the day. Wasn't a great dunker in high school. Maybe one I slipped in there. 31 and 30. The threes, 15 in 2 games. He is 15-25 is pretty legit. Impressive. Austin Reaves with 30 points for the 4th time in his last 5 games. Let's go inside the locker room. He's with Brez.
So, Austin, you just did something that no one's ever done in Laker history. 15 threes in a 2-game span. What does it make you feel when you hear that?
It's special. LeBron throws me good passes, Luka throws me good passes, and I just shoot it. I just shoot them with confidence. That's really it, but it's special.
I mean, do you ever take a big picture view of things and say, hey, it's been a really good year for me?
Not really, to be honest. If we're not playing, I'm golfing, and the only thing I care about when I'm golfing is trying to shoot a low score. So I'm sure after the year it'll all set in. But right now I'm just focused on trying to win. And I got a really good teammate named Jared Vanderbilt. He had a birthday yesterday, so I just wanted to say happy birthday to him. I love him. His family, they did a good job raising him.
You thought he was going to hit you with a towel a few seconds ago.
Yeah, we just got a love-hate relationship. I love him, and he just doesn't think too highly of me.
You guys haven't played OKC since November. Obviously, you're a different team. They've won a ton of games since then. How do you view this 2-game set coming up?
It's a great test. They're obviously a really good team with probably the front runners for the MVP right now. So a team that plays really hard every possession, guards at a high level, and then on the other end they play with space. Like I said, Shea and does what he does. But it's a good test for us to match up with the #1 team in the West and see where we're at right now and continue to try to prove that we're a good team too.
Austin, anything in particular you feel like that's led to the rhythm that you have on the perimeter right now? Just not just the made threes, but the sort of how easily it seems to be coming out of your hand. Is there anything that's contributed to that?
I don't think so. Just shooting with confidence, and it's obviously good when you see your first couple go in. Last night, had my first 2 going tonight, and then tonight I made my second one, and after that it's just language. We got kids watching, but it's just shooting with confidence.
Don't be humble. Don't be humble over there.
LeBron says, "Don't be humble."
Well, no. We see what you. Never mind. Yeah, LeBron's a good teammate.
Austin, there was a play in the fourth quarter where you kind of like scrambled for a loose ball. You had LeBron to your left, so you can get Luka to the right. Just in terms of like having a as an offensive player, how good is that?
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. Hell no. It's amazing. Two of the best players in the league, and then I chose to throw a low hook pass lob to a 40-year-old, and when I threw it, I didn't think it was a good idea, and then obviously continues to go get it. I told him on the bench I wish I played with him about 10 years ago, because I would have threw the craziest. I would have threw it every possession.
So to set him back 3 days.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Everybody gonna be mad at me.
Yeah.
Last 2. You heard.
He just said language. That's great.
Caught that one at the end there, dude.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Fun interview though, but Austin, listen, Rob, he's always kind of trying to deflect talking.